Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know the latest chapter is out and we will talk about it in due time. It's too early to gather all my thoughts, but I will definitely cover that soon. So for today's video, let's talk about Ubers, shall we? The team who has Snuffy the Tactician as master strikers. Ubers was presented to us as a team with a legendary defense and intelligence since they are all tactics nerds. Noah even said that since Bastard München relies on either Izaki or Kaiser, you bet Ubers will try everything to shut down these two. The challenge for this game is the end of the throne war inside Bastard München, as the one who will emerge victorious will become the new king of the team. The hype ahead of the game was crazy. It got even higher when we saw Ubers lineup, a classic 3-5-1-1 on paper, with a seemingly dense midfield where Nico, Drago and Peron will most certainly cover the center area, and Abdi and Rico will be busy down the wings, covering on defense and providing passing options in attack, thus bringing width to their plays. Sendo will act as the connector between the midfield and the sole forward Barrow. The defense looks pretty thin, but on paper every area is covered. We have Aryu, the aerial guardian, Aiku, a solid all-around defender who can play the sweeper role, and Lorenzo, a new generation World 11 player. Now, with every information we have on the team on paper, at least, this is what I was expecting from them. With a new generation World 11 defender on the team, the defensive hierarchy looks like the following. My expectation was that Aiku and Aryu would play in a way that they would attempt to block any threats and Lorenzo will be free to cover for anyone's mistakes. Given that Ubers is supposed to be highly tactical, I was expecting some offside traps among other strategies. As we can see, Lorenzo will be the perfect fit for the sweeper role, cleaning all the mess thanks to his superior skills that will allow him to win most of his duels on the ground. When on defense and when not in a counter-attack scenario by Bastard München, given the dense midfield and with Nico as the watchtower, similarly to what he did during the U20 game, I was expecting something like the following. In this simulation, I went for the planet hotline down the right side. We already know how Bastard München plays. That means it's either Kaiser or Izagi leading the attack. Again, as you can see, in all those simulations, I assumed Ubers will not do any specific man marking and that Lorenzo will therefore always be used as the last line of defense, closing any open space. In short, I expect Lorenzo, or at the very least, I expected Lorenzo to be the king of the defense, and using his teammates' movements, the defensive strategy will be to have Lorenzo as the last resort thanks to his superior individuality. We are talking about a new generation World 11 defender. With such a dense midfield, I was expecting Ubers to be able to keep possession of the ball, with Nico acting as the watchtower, helping in recovering loose balls thanks to his impressive vision and IQ. Abdi and Rico will have a lot of ground to cover as they have to be active on each side, or they could come inside to provide passing options. With Barro as the sole striker, I expected Sendo to play the role of the decoy and the one making the final pass to Barro most of the times. I expected slow passes or quick one-touch passes depending on whether Ubers wanted to slow the tempo of the game or speed it up. You will notice how I included the options to go wide using Rico and Abdi. In short, coming into this game, I was expecting something of that sort, at least tactically. How Bastard München will react still remains to be seen during the game, but if Ubers could somehow match my expectations and even exceed them, Ubers will be the best team in the Neo Egoist League as far as brand of football goes. Were my expectations met? Spoiler alert, the answer is yes and no. The game begins with Bastard München on the ball. Ness and Kaiser take the kickoff, and we know only Ness, Kaiser and Grimm will be involved in the next plays. Here is the whole play from the kickoff until Lorenzo's interception. We already knew that Ubers had a dense midfield. What stands out is how, contrary to my expectations, Uber don't even bother to cover the sides. I mean, you can see Grimm totally free as he makes the cross. This means that Ubers has a supreme confidence in their defense. They know that Ario will annihilate any aerial threats, and let's not forget about IQ, who is also competent in the air. Add to that the fact that Bastard München has no player that could pose any threat in the air. I can sort of see where Ubers is coming from with this strategy. Lorenzo, as expected, cleans any mess on ground level. We also see Nico identify the biggest threat in Kaiser and doing his best to mark him. Another surprising thing on Uber's side is how they defend with only the required amount of people. I mean, in that play, we don't see Drago, Peron or Abdi involved. To use Noel Noah's words, Ubers defend so that there are little to no overlapping. Ubers exceeded my expectations in this play. Lorenzo's superior abilities and skills seem to be the cornerstone of Ubers' defense. Very interesting. Also, I'm going to rate every Ubers play as far as the idea go, what they were trying to do and how they executed it. So for this play, here is my evaluation. Please, if you enjoyed the video, please give a like, please sub up. We're almost there, 200 subscribers. Let's go. The game continues with a counter attack from Ubers. Nothing could have prepared me for what Lorenzo is about to do. He moves up with the ball as he has an impressive dribbling ability. As Lorenzo moves up the field with the ball, we see the whole team reorganize and you see players running everywhere. Uber's players are making runs so that they will spread Bastard München defense to the max. On the flip side, Uber's defense is now weaker since Nico now plays as a center back when Lorenzo goes up. Quite a bold strategy from Uber's. It's a high risk, high reward strategy, and for a team who was labeled as tactically competent, it isn't quite obvious that they will use such a strategy unless they have supreme confidence in their offense. They take it for very unlikely that Lorenzo could lose possession of the ball. Contrary to what I thought, Sendu is reduced to making runs to provide width on the field. Lorenzo's incredible ability had Bastard München defenders overly focused on him, so much so that Barcha could find himself free in the open space. At the end of the play, we see that only 3 Uber players are near the penalty area: Lorenzo, Rico and Barcha. Again, no overlapping from Ubers. Abdi, Peron and Drago stayed behind just in case things go south. Again, I can't really criticize Ubers here. They have a contingency plan in case something goes wrong. Brilliant strategy. Bastard München simply had a mad lad like Izagi who saw through Uber's play and intercepted the ball. So here is how I will rate this play from Ubers. 9 out of 10 for the idea, as the plan for the counter attack was brilliant. Ubers used their best weapon in Lorenzo to quickly move the ball forward. -1 point because the defense is weaker with Nico as a center back, but as we saw, Ubers had midfielders ready in case they lose the ball. 4 out of 10 for the execution because although Uber's team chemistry is on point, the whole play failed in the final analysis. The only good thing is that Uber lost the ball quite far away from their own goal. That's it for the video, guys. Please look forward to part 2 as we need to finish with that first before talking about the events of chapter 226. It will make more sense soon, I promise. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as usual, please post your thoughts down in the comment section below and don't forget to like and subscribe. 200 subscribers. Let's go.